Hey guys, it's Randy and I'm back with my June 2020 planning system. If you only follow me here on YouTube, then you've never seen these things from me before. Completely brand new. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably have some sort of idea with what I'm doing with my planning system right now. And if you're in our Patreon community, hey guys, you guys definitely have seen the roller coaster that has been my 2020. So let's just get started. I have 3 planners and a pen case here. This pen case is from Galen Leather Co. It zips like this, has some supplies. This has a lot of the writing utensils that I'll need for any of these planners. And I always carry this around with me. With this is my standard traveler's notebook. This is from Moterm. I have my A5 rings. This is for work. And then I have this thing. Inside, I have a 6x8 journal. It's a dot grid. And I do all of my sticker planning in here. Well, my decorative memory spreads in here because I do like, this is my main sticker planner. Like all the spreads in here will have stickers in it. So that's just a little overview of the 3 notebooks. So I'll start with this planner. This is an A5 ring bound planner. This clear PVC one is from Amazon. I actually only bought this with the intention to make A5 dividers for the shop, but I put inserts in it and started using it, and I really liked the size. So on the front here I have this pen holder, and I just have this highlighter clipped and this pen. I think this is the Otto Flash Raise 0.7 gel pen or rollerball, not sure. It's an okay pen, it's not my favorite. I just have work stuff in here. Work for me is Patreon, my Etsy shop. So I'm not gonna show you everything that's in this planner. I'm just gonna show you some of the inserts. So I have a monthly in here, and the monthly that I use looks like this. It goes into Wednesday and Thursday a little bit because these were in a bound planner from Muji, and I just chopped it up and punched them and put them in here because I knew that I wasn't going to use the bound version. So instead of letting them go to waste, I just repurposed them and stuck them in here. And I use the monthly for future planning and also tracking certain things with the shop and Patreon. And then I have weeklies. These are from that same Muji planner, undated, week on 1 page with grid. I split this down the middle and have like just a brain dump of a bunch of things that I want to get done for Etsy on this side, Patreon on this side, and just like ideas and stuff. So have that, and then I have this today marker to mark the current week that I'm in and the daily page and stuff, but I'm not going to show you that. I will show you, I use this insert and this insert from Peanuts Planner Co. I use the half letter size, and I just chop off a little bit of the top or bottom to make it the height of an A5 insert. So this is a freebie in the Peanuts Planner Co. Facebook group. This is great for when I have a ton of different stuff that I want to get done, like especially in the beginning, the very middle, and the very end of a month. I just map out everything on here and stick to the schedule to be as productive as I can be. And then for lighter days, I will use these. I can track the hours that I'm working, use this space for shop to-dos, and then have this space for Patreon stuff. And for these inserts, I like printing them so that I can just flip them and they'll be the right side, like right side up on this side of the planner, so I don't have to take them out of the rings, if that makes sense. So This is my work planner. And then I have my bound journal. So like I mentioned earlier, this is a Foxy Fix A5 Perfect Fit cover for the Hobonichi. And it's housing a 6x8 Artist Lofts journal from Michaels, and this is the dot grid one. I also have a clear cover that's slipped into the front pocket, and yeah, it just fits really nicely, because if I didn't have the clear pocket, if I tried to slip it into the actual pockets of this cover, it would not fit, but I hacked it a little bit. So in the front pockets, I just have stickers that I'm using in this planner. This just makes it a lot easier to have all of my stickers together instead of carrying it around a separate pouch, which just seems really silly because I have a lot of pouches to use anyway, but whatever. I think you guys get it. And yeah, I just do all of my decorative, ignore this, my decorative spreads in here. I wanted to start posting more regularly on my shop Instagram of like stuff that wasn't just shop related. So I started using this journal again. I tried using it back in like November, I think, as one of my personal planners, but that didn't really work out. So this features a lot of my own stickers, but also allows me to use some of the stickers that I have in my collection that I just have not touched for a while. So those are all the spreads I have so far. Those are a lot of like consecutive weeks that I'm very proud of myself for, because I don't stick to a planner. I will I mean, you'll see in the beginning. I tried using this, literally for like maybe a month. I didn't even finish this one. And I get kind of bored and I don't want to stick to it because I don't have to stick to it. I have commitment problems. It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, I just have decorative spreads in here and I really like this. So that is, I call it my A5 journal. It's not A5 though, but it's not B6. It's my dot grid journal. And finally, I'm going to show you my standard Tien. This is my baby. I love this so much. I posted on my Patreon a few weeks ago that this planner could be the end-all be-all planner for me, that this is my size. I truly feel as though standard is my size, and I wasn't even exclusively in it, but now that I am, I'm like, oh man, pocket rings. This is giving pocket rings a run for its money. I love pocket rings, and I said that was my size, and I don't know. For a traveler's notebook kind of system, I think standard is definitely for me, and then for rings, it's pocket. It's just, they're so different, but I love them both. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling and just go into it. This is a Moterm cover. I tried using this for a few different things throughout the year. I got this back in January, but now this is just exclusively my personal planner. So you open it up. I have some greeting cards in the back here. I have 3 inserts in here. These are all from Moterm. I really like Moterm stuff. It's really inexpensive, but really good quality in my opinion. So this first insert is a monthly. This, I have the first half sectioned off, and it just stores my decorative monthly highlight spreads, and I'm stuck on March. I have not done this since March, but that's okay. This is kind of just, I want to finish this by the end of the year, but there's no rush. It's more like when I have free time. It's not that big of a deal. So I just have it clipped, and I'll get to it whenever I get to it. And then it goes into my more functional monthly views. I'm using 2 monthly views per month. So 2 of these spreads per month. This just has holidays, future plans, some dinner plans. We don't meal plan, but if we're thinking of a meal that we want to have a certain week, then or a certain day, we'll mark it down. And if it doesn't happen, we can just cross it out. Yeah, so this is just for future planning. I refer back to this pretty much every day just to see if I do have something going on. This is like the only future planning that I do. And then the next monthly I have covered. And this is just my like personal health related stuff, and it really pertains to my period. I'm on a new birth control and I just want to track everything that's going on, all my symptoms and stuff. I've noticed that I'm breaking out a lot more, so I want to note that. I started taking new vitamins and supplements, so I marked that, and this is just health stuff, but it gets a little gross because it's mostly about my period. Sorry if this is TMI, but it could have been more if I didn't block this out. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know I'm using 2 monthlies. One is for future planning, the other is to track my health stuff. And then I have a weekly insert, and it looks like this. It's a vertical, which I really like. I guess I do have a preference. I like vertical planning. This sticky note marks the current week that I'm in, and in this I just log everything that has happened after the fact, and I keep my monthly highlights up here. This makes it easy for when I decide to go back and do my decorative monthly highlights. And yeah, this is basically just a log of what has happened thus far in 2020. This is what I wanted my A6 Stalogy to be. If you watched that video with my 2020 planner lineup, I abandoned that in February, and I just filled this in, and it just has everything that's happened. I just wanted it all in one place, but technically it's going to be in 2 places because this only houses half of the year, so I'm going to have to get another one, but I really like this. And then the last insert that I have is a plain insert. I guess I can't. It's plain. This is very new for me. I don't like plain inserts, but I wanted to try this new system with things that I already had. I had this plain insert. I figured I could make it work for me. So that's what I'm doing. And it's not that bad. So I'm using this ollie clip to clip all of the unused pages, future pages. This is a really strong magnet, which is very surprising. It's so tiny, but yeah, it's very strong, and I just put my pen into it when I'm not using my pen. So yeah, how do I want to approach this? So I have this set up for the month. On the inside cover here, I have these sticky notes. These are all journal prompts from books of notes on Instagram. I just went onto a photo editing software and put these together, printed them on sticky notes that I had. I really like, you'll see, I have my habit tracker on a sticky note too. I don't like things being loose, like cards or like little journaling cards or a floating insert. I'd rather have it on a sticky note so that I know it's secure somewhere and it's not just floating around. Like technically it is floating around, but it's here and secure in the planner. Just me, I don't know. But yeah, it makes it really easy to just look for a prompt that I might want to journal from. And I rip it off and stick it to whatever day I'm on and just refer to it, and then I can put it back. And yeah, I have a pen test page. This was just kind of me mapping out how I want to use this insert for the month, what things I wanted to have. And then I have the use sticky notes just to keep them. I want to keep all of this like my mood tracking information until I log it in a bigger habit tracker, so I'm keeping this there. And this is also kind of like my cover page for the month. This is just a section for brain dumping. I thought I didn't like the term brain dump and what it entailed, but I mean, it really is helpful when I don't feel like categorizing things. I don't like all of these things could technically be put somewhere else in here, but it's just easier to have this page for when I don't feel like flipping to a specific page. So then it goes into my grocery list. I have a list for Safeway, for Trader Joe's, for Costco, for H Mart, and for Target and Amazon. It just depends on the prices for when I go look for these things. And sometimes the things on here, we'll buy it at like Costco. So it's all very flexible, but I like having these lists just to refer to. I don't bring my planner to the grocery store, but I'll write what we need on a sticky note, and I'll cross off the things once we get them, but if we run out or want to make another trip, I'll just write it down again, and then yeah, I'll cross them off once we get them again. And then I have a page for home things, just a bunch of things regarding the home, like where we leave some things, things that we want to buy since our housemate is moving out and taking some things with him. Just, yeah, same thing with my planner stuff, just things that I want to buy, some notes. I will try to write all of my shop related stuff in my work planner, but in case I don't have that on me, like if I'm in bed and have like an idea or something, I'll just put it here and then I'll transfer it. Like this, the check ink toner levels, that was a thought that I had while I was sitting in bed and I didn't want to forget, and I did check it, and I noted that I put that information in the monthly of the work planner. And then it goes into the dailies. I technically started this on Wednesday, but I wanted Monday and Tuesday to have a complete week, but also to kind of back plan and see what kind of system I wanted to have. So basically I do a line, or I put a day of the week sticker, whatever day it is, and the date next to it, and I put this line, and on the left side of the line I'll put what that thing is that I'm writing. So a plus sign means it's a journal type thing, so like either a prompt or just me noting a random thought, but it's more like journal type. A heart is something that's happened that I enjoy, or my morning coffee. Morning coffee usually gets a heart. A dot is for a reminder or a task, and if it's a task and it's completed, it gets a check mark. But if it's not completed, the next day I'll migrate it, and then I'll put an arrow noting that it's migrated. And then these arrows means that we went somewhere. And BLD is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I really like this system and having this key because I can write these things in any order, but as long as the little like marks are there, I know what those things are, so it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, I don't know, I like it. My hand is flailing around a lot, sorry. So yeah, I also put random pages of notes or recipes in here, so I mark it off with a yellow page flag. This is some of the ingredients, or I guess the ingredients for spring rolls and peanut sauce, also a fish sauce. And then I have one for vegan Korean tofu stew. And yeah, I plan on putting more recipes in here, but I don't know, I might get a separate thin insert just to have reference stuff, but for recipes and like lists that I would want to carry over for each month, but we'll see. And for habit tracking, I mentioned this earlier, I have a sticky note, and this is my daily habits, so I'm tracking my mood, and then I have a few things that, yeah, I want to track on a daily basis. In the planner things, it's in the random brain dump one. I do want to track other things on like a monthly basis and a weekly basis, but I'm still working on that. Hopefully by July I will have a system for all of those things, but we will see. This is the inside cover, but I have that tucked in, so I'm just using the next one. This has some of the sticky notes just to have them conveniently still with my planner. Let me mark this off. And that is pretty much the ins and outs of this standard TN for my personal planning. I'm 1000% obsessed with it. I love it so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!